Looking at the laundry room, I put the upper cabinets in without doing a tutorial on that because I think we've had enough upper cabinet tutorials how to do that. But what I like about the 3D view in this rendering is I can see that I know I need to go back and change the materials on my cabinets, and that'll happen eventually. And then I'm looking at the 3D, and it's showing me the things that I still need to do. I have a gap here, so I need to make these cabinets wider. And my island floats, so that's not going to work. I need to put some sort of cabinet or cabinets underneath that to hold that island. So I'm going to go to the looking at the first floor plan. I'm going to go over here and I can see, first of all, there's the cabinet. I can look at it in this view, so I'll go to this view, and I can see that I need to make it a little bit wider. How much space do I have there? From here, I got 1'10", so it's going to be a 1'9" cabinet if we're going to use standard dimensions. And then I'll just drag it over a little bit and then align it. So there'll be a filler in there, which is fine. So I've taken care of that cabinet. If I go back to my first floor plan, I know I need something to hold the island up. I need some cabinets to hold the island up. So what do I want to do there? Well, I'm thinking that maybe it might be nice to sit there while you're doing your folding. So I'm gonna put some very narrow drawers on both sides, which will hold up the island, and then leave a space in the middle. So if somebody wants to actually put a chair here, then they could actually sit down and do their folding. And if they didn't want to do that, they could use that space for baskets or something like that, which would work too. So let's take this guy. I think he's a drawer, and we're going to pull him over here. And I need to flip it. So let's grab this guy and pull him over here. Now he's definitely too deep. So let's measure the width of the 1 foot. So if I make this 1'6" deep, that should be good. So we're going to edit the type, duplicate it. It's going to be 18 inches by 1'6". And normally we change the width, but this time we're going to change the depth. So we're going to make that a 1'6" deep. And let's see what happens there. So now it gets smaller. And maybe it should be a little smaller than that even, huh? What do we have here? 1'5½". Well, I guess I'll leave it like that for now. But I don't want it to be that wide either, because I want to have some space underneath there. So edit the type, duplicate it, and instead of being 18 inches, I'm going to make it 12 inches. And we'll get rid of the 2. And instead of being 1'6", we'll make it a foot. Okay, so that made it narrower. And let's flip this section view so that it goes in the other direction, just to look at what we have here. And it's a little difficult to tell what's going on, so I'm going to go back to the first floor. Oh, I didn't flip it. Flip the section. Okay, that looks good. Go to view. Now I can see what I did. I'm going to align this guy with the edge of here. And let's see if we can mirror that about the midpoint of the countertop. I'm not sure that that'll work or not. No, I didn't. Okay, so we'll do it this way, and this will pick a midpoint, and I'll draw my imaginary line. And both of the hinges are in the wrong location, because if I'm sitting here, I want to be able to open it and be able to reach inside of it. So we'll go back to the first floor, and we'll go down, and I want to flip this guy this way, and I want to flip this guy this way. So if we go back to that section, now you can see that it makes sense. If I'm sitting here, I can reach down and I can open this up and it'll pivot about this hinge point. So that makes more sense to me. So let's go back to the first floor plan. I know that there's a lot of material on the cabinets that are not right, so I'm going to have to change all of those. But we're just working around. So what's the distance now from this opening to this opening? And it's only 18 inches. So I'm going to go back and change this guy. It's 12 inches is fine. It's 12 inches wide. That's enough. 18 inches is a little tight. I think that'll work, but I'm not sure. Maybe I should make these 9 inches just to be safe. So I'm going to edit this type. I'm going to duplicate it. And instead of being 12 inches by 1 foot 6 deep, I'm going to make it 9 inches by 1 foot 6 deep. So my width is going to be 9 inches. So I just want to make sure that there's more space in there. And then I'm just going to say match properties. Boom. They're both the same. Back to that section, because now I need to realign that. And the lesson I hope is being understood over and over again here is that we don't necessarily get it right the first time. You know, we have to go back in and make some modifications and fine tuning. And I'm always looking at my project and I'm saying, well, what could I do to make it better? And yeah, it might be a little bit more work, but you know, in the end, we want this to be right. And so I think that'll work as a island. If someone chooses to sit here and do their folding, that would work. So I think we're done with the laundry room now as far as cabinet goes. And we'll stop it here.